But what I'm talking about is spiritual, and I'm talking about the divine. Okay, I'm talking about the divine. Now, anytime you talk spiritual, things happen. When you getting into some things like this, so it'll shut it down, it'll do whatever. I'm talking about the physical level, the astral level, and the divine level. So I'm gonna get this out. So let's start this thing a little bit back over. So what I'm talking about is physical. The physical, that's the outside of us. That's everything that's on the outside. And we need to know this because it's a lot of stuff going on the outside. And we got to know how to move in order to get through all the things that we're going through. Because everything we're going through is spiritual. So that's why when I'm talking about this, the frequencies, the negative energy tries to shut it down. But because I know who I am, I'm going to do it again because it doesn't bother me that things happen when I'm doing something because that's where we get, that's where the focus goes and we stop and just forget it, get upset, and won't continue. Okay, now spiritually, inside of you is the power in you, and you're just gonna do it again. So if things mess up, just do it again, just like I'm doing. So from what I've seen, spiritual people have the hardest time mastering this. They will not embrace the physical. So a lot of us won't embrace this. Like what just happened was something physical. People get upset, they get mad, they say, I ain't doing this no more. I'm sick of this. And then they're afraid of what the people gonna say. Who cares? Just redo it, just like I'm doing. So that was a good example. So all the negative energy that tried to stop it, it just made it a miracle because I'm doing it again. And that's what we have to do. We have to continue to do things until we get it done, no matter what happens. If I mess up and mess up a word, so what? We just fix it. But a lot of us get tied up in, well, I can't believe he said the wrong word. That's on the outside, that's the physical. It doesn't matter because it's just the image, what you're looking at. That's it. Everything that is great is on the inside. And what the physical level does is it causes us with all these emotions and we do these emotions on the outside and that's what where everybody can see. So if I'm angry, then you're going to feel it because that angry, all that is going out into you. Okay, and if you're not aware of it and you don't stop and focus and not give it back to me, the same, same energy that I just put out there, you grasp it and then spit it back to me, and then we get to arguing and fussing and fight. But what we have to do is stop. And when we stop, that's why we're recognizing the physical right now, because the physical is really is the physical. So it's gonna get physical. So we got to recognize this. So, and as I was stating, is that the sex create a very powerful energy connections. It and if you are promiscuous or attend orgies or practice pagan and all the magical sex rituals, which are all fine, or attend to the place this has happened in the past, you need to be more sophisticated with the protection rituals and spend more time cutting the energy cord that are created, like straight afterwards. So if you're doing this and you keep doing this, and it's fine for you to keep doing it if that's what you want to do, but you're connecting with other people, and that is like on the physical part, because that person on the inside could be evil, but you don't know it because you're looking at the physical. Oh, they look pretty. Oh, ooh, she fine. He fine. We go through all of that stuff in the physical, and it's setting you up because the person in the physical could be beautiful, could be something you like. But on the inside, if you don't have that connection with the force that's on the inside, and that person could have been in rituals, could have been promiscuous, could have been all that stuff is gonna get to you when you connect physically, sexually. That's what I'm saying. So what we have to do is make sure that we are connected first. So if something comes at you, you will know right then if you should be sexual active with that person. Because okay, It could be something real. You just, oh, I just love it. We always do that. We always get into this thing where this, ooh, they fine. That's all the physical is looking at, the physical. But that inside, and the only way you're going to get to that is if you get spiritual. So you'll know. Because that person that's fine and beautiful and all of that may look good on the outside, but when you get to know the inside, then it makes them look bad. And then you'd be like, I don't even see how I even did that. That is why, because you didn't know the physical part of it. Okay. You just know you knew it, but you didn't know what was on the inside. So spiritual people who are not making money are not grounded, so they say. Probably your lower chakras are blocked and you are running away from physical practicalities due to the romance of the spiritual. So when you all clogged up, you're not going to make the money you need in order to move forward. You're going to be sick all the time. And you got to meditate to get that energy from whoever you've been with inside of you, out of you. Man, I hope y'all get this. This is deep, boy. This is some deep stuff. And just sitting here, even learning about this is something. Because now it says here, now I'm taking this from physical, divine, spiritual. So you can look it up yourself. So it's unlikely that you will be dung unless you exercise, at least movement, and look after your physical body. Conversely, exercise and movement, amongst other things, is a fast way to ground yourself. So if you're exercising, you're grounding, you're moving things on the inside, and that spiritual stuff is all just moving, 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 and then you won't get sick because it's constantly moving, because the spirit loves to move. So that's why everything is so great when you're sexually active, because you're moving, but you don't know if you're moving in the right direction because you only see the outside. Now let's go to the astral world. Okay. Now that's the divine, that's the physical world. Now we're going to get to the astral world. Okay, the astral level is the non-physical world that is closest to us here in the physical world. It's closest to us in terms of energy or vibration. It's a world of thoughts and emotions, and it tends all the way to the divine level. It can easily be assessed at any time. You can easily get upset. All that stuff from the that you see on the outside is coming from your inside. So when you get mad, that's an emotion from your inside. That's why I always stress to meditate and calm the inside down. But we think as people that the outside is what we need to calm down. It's the inside. The outside is just the physical body. Like I'm doing this now, that's the inside, but the outside is moving. That's what I'm saying. So sometimes people remember the experience of flying in a dream. This is experiencing the freedom of moving in the astral without being encumbered by a physical body. So inside, when you dream, you're okay. When you go to sleep at night, your body is in a deep rest. So as I said earlier, the spirit like to move. So all day you're moving. So then your body goes into rest. That's the physical. So when your body is resting on the outside, I mean, on the inside, on the outside, the spiritual body is gone from your body because it's seeking and looking for things it's getting information for you. So when it comes back in your body, then you'll be able to move on what you're going to do the next day or the next night or the next night or the next day or light or night, light or night. Some people say day, some people say light or night. So when you go through this, your body is resting. You always having dreams. And the reason why you have the dreams is because your spiritual body, what we call the spiritual man, really a spiritual body lives in you. It leaves the body and it's connected from the cord, which is could be here, up here in the chakras area, or it could be in the back of your neck or your navel. But you are connected. But your body leaves all the time, every night, every night, every night you go to sleep. So what we can do is go into a deep meditation and be conscious of it so that you can actually float and feel the energy. And that will calm you down. That will calm you down. Because if you notice when you do meditate, you really do leave your body, but you don't know you're leaving your body because you haven't studied that part. But I'm just letting you know that's what happens. So in the astral world, once you master your thoughts, processes, emotions, focus, you in astral world you be focused out here as well as in here. So you're focused, in which you know you are in a dream, but you are only partially aware of this. Sometimes in a lucid dream, you can have partial control over the dream. If you are fully awake and conscious in the astral, you will have control over the way your dream pans out. Further to that, you can deliberately enter the astral level awake and conscious if you practice certain techniques. And that's what I've been doing. Because I remember, and I say this because I actually left here 3 times, 4 times. My mom can tell you that. Because I mean, the first time when I had the kidney disease, um, at Shands Teaching Hospital, the light came in and took away all the fluid. I remember that. The second time is I was at home and I had the kidney disease going on. And I left then because my body was up in the air, astro. It was up in the air. I mean, the spiritual body was up in the air, and I was looking down at my body laying in the bed. Okay, that's the astral world. So that's the near death experience. So then the third time, it was dealing with they said I had diabetes or something, and they say, you heard me say they say. And so I slipped away again. And the fourth time is recently when I had the open heart surgery. Because in the open heart surgery, they have to kill you in order to take your heart out and separate your body and do all this stuff. But during that time, I left and I saw the tunnel. I saw the tunnel about 2 times. Now the tunnel is when you leave your body and you're going up to that light. Now, had I had went through that light, I wouldn't have came back. And the reason why is because I was connected from the astral world. Okay? That's the astral world. That's in between. That's in between. So I went through that. And this is not a lie. I'm not telling you anything that I read. This really happened. And my mom is the one this last time because they told me that I only had think 24 hours or 48 hours to live. And so I was ready to go because I had been through all that before. So I was just done. I'm ready. I'm sick of this. And so my mom said, well, just do it. And because of her, I said, okay, I'm gonna do it this time. So I went on and went through it and did all the stuff that you go through spiritually, went through the tunnel when they did because they have to kill you. It's the same way all the time for me, and some people are different, but they cut me and did all that and took all that out and did and redid it and took some of my took a part of my vein from my leg, put it in my heart, and so now I only have one vein in my heart. So they say, but I know it's all spiritual and it's energy. But what they did is in the physical for the image. And remember, we are the image of God, so you could never cut God. So, but because that's what man think in their image, that's what happened. And what happened is that when I separated, I went through the tunnel and I talked. I mean, not through my mouth, it was through my thoughts. Because when you're in the astral world, you're thinking and you're talking through your thoughts. So I was talking through my thoughts. And I heard the energy, the voice, the power, God within me, which is inside of me, which is inside of you, which is God. So I heard it. Are you ready to come back? Well, come to the next dimension, next level. And I was like, no, because I wanted to. Now, I wasn't talking like this, but I was talking through my thoughts. I wanted to come back and help the special needs community because of my what happened with my son. And so I came back. When I came back, that is my mission. And so now that's why I'm doing all of this, because there is something that goes on inside of all of us. And I'm telling you this so that you will know, and I'm sure you know because it's in you just like it's in me. That's the astral world. And so the astral world is when you travel at night. And I mean, it's great because you can actually meet other astral, which is the same. Like, just say you seen your sister or someone that's not here anymore. They still have an astral body, a spiritual body. It's just that this part is not here. You can actually travel and meet them, or you can travel wherever you go because you are connected to the ground here through through the tunnel, the navel, or either the whatever the through the crown chakra, whatever that is that's connected. So, and I did see that inside of me because everything is inside of you. Everything. Stars, moon, all of that. So if you don't know, please don't take my word. Just go ahead and start researching. And you can research from the inside of you, and the power of God that's within you will lead you in the right directions. I'm going to be talking about Akashic Records as well. And the Akashic Records is in your body. Everything that you have ever done is inside of you. Now, I'm only speaking this now because I'm free. And I know that it's true because I lived it and I went through it. Now, the last thing I'm going to say real quick before I get out of here is the divine. Okay, the level is the furthest from our physical level and adjoins the astral level. This is the level in which you will find the divine being, such as the archangels, the ascended masters, and the first principle being called logos, that corresponds to many of the physical things we experience, like the planets or the solar. Too much, it's a lot of that. So the archangels, all of the angels, Jesus, Buddha, all of them, you will find in the divine, because a lot of people on this side, "Well, I don't believe in Buddha, I don't believe in it." It ain't about what you believe on this side, because everything here is just it's what's on the inside. So if you when you go through things, if you're going through something right now, go inside. That's it. Meditate and start feeling that energy, because that's going to snap you out of it. And that's the divine. The divine is where you can get the answers from all the ancestors. By now, you would have worked out that the level, the vibrations is high and a long way from a physical world. You can assess the divine from the physical by calling on these beings, okay, like Jesus. We do it all the time. That's a being. That's Jesus inside of you. Buddha. Some people Buddha. I see here it says Maria, and it's all a part of the spirituality that's within you. And it's we say Buddha, but it's really spirit, power, God's voice, breath, all of that. But because we're here on this earth, we name it. But it's really, this is what it really is. That's what it is. But we call it, because see, when I'm quiet, all you're gonna hear inside of you is your thoughts. Let's do it again. This is what it is. Now I know you hear all those thoughts in your head. Those are the thoughts that's going through. Okay. Those are the thoughts that are going through millions and millions of thoughts. But it's up to you to recognize it. Let's do it one more time. The power of God is, I bet you could feel it. I know you could feel it because I feel it. It's so much going on, especially because the reason why that happened is because you focused. See, right now you're listening to me and you're focused on me. But when I stop, there's nothing else and you're focusing on yourself from within. That's how it goes. So if you're going through something right now, focus. That's it. That's all. Now I'm going to stop now because I'll be back. I'll probably come back later tonight because I know something was going on. Because I'm telling you, the computer and all that just shut down. Anytime you talk spiritual, the frequencies, the negative frequencies, come in to destroy, seeking who it may devour. And so it's all spiritual. It's not a man finna do something. It's spiritual. The Bible said we must worship in spirit and in truth. So when you think that it's man, it's not physical. It's the spiritual inside that's doing all of this. And the reason why they're doing it because the person that's controlling it don't know. They don't know. It's not a possession, it's just the spirit. It's the low frequency and the high frequency. That's it. And that's what it is. I know I say this all the time, but there's no other thing to say is that the power of God is imagination. All right. So this is Ron Anthony. Don't forget, please sponsor so I can get these cameras. Just one camera. No, I'd probably need about three cameras because I'm going to give them out to some people that I already know they have special need kids and they're getting ready to go back to school. And also, if you have a mother or a grandmother, grandfather, aunt, or someone that's older in a nursing home, please inbox me to let me know. And I'll start by that. And then I'll just purchase one for the family so that they can just put the nice little flower in there and it's just taking pictures. Well, it's recording. So if you think something's going on, the best thing to do is do what you got to do because you may not be able to see it, but the frequencies will see it. Because I promise you, if you put a camera up there, those frequencies are going to record. And that's a positive thing. All right. This is Ron Anthony. Thank you for tuning in. And I hope you just remain focused and always remember that the power of God is that's it. All right. Love y'all. Have a good one.